Hello, my dear students. Welcome to our mathematics class with your Ashu ma'am. Dear students, we are doing Unit 6 Lines and Angles of your NCERT book. Until now, we have done 6.2 exercise and 3 questions of 6.2 exercise. Today, we are going to do next 3 questions of the same exercise. So, let's move on to question number 4 of 6.2 exercise. Dear students, question number 4 is in figure 6.31, which is given to us in front of the question. If PQ line is parallel to ST and angle PQR is 110 degree and angle RST is 130 degree, find angle QRS. Means this is the angle which we have to find out. Now to solve this question, we will draw a parallel line at which is passing through point R and is parallel to PQ, and if it is parallel to PQ it will be parallel to ST also, because these two lines are parallel. So let us draw a line parallel to the given lines. So PQ is parallel to ST, these two lines are parallel and these two angles are given to us, and we have to find out this angle. To find out this angle, let us construct a line passing through point QR, a line passing through point R, and this line, say LM, is parallel to PQ as well as parallel to ST. Means all these three lines are parallel to each other. Now we need to find out this angle, so let us use the properties of parallel lines to find out this angle. Dear students, now we can see that this angle PQR, this angle is touching the parallel line PQ, and it will come down this line, this angle which I am making, this one, this angle is touching the parallel line LM, and both these angles are touching a single transversal QR. So, and because this angle is on left hand side of the transversal and this is at right hand side of the transversal, this means the two angles are alternate angles, right? Now to find out this red part of this complete angle, if I'll subtract this much part from this complete angle, if I'll cut this much part, see, from the black portion, if I'll rub this one, I'm left with the red angle. So now to find out this smaller angle, this one, angle SRM, we can use these two parallel lines, because this angle and this angle, they are co-interior angles, both are interior angles, and on the same side of transversal their sum will be how much? It will be 180 degree. So by subtracting 130 from 180 degree, we'll get this angle as 50 degree, right? And if from this complete angle, if I'll rub this angle, अगर ये minus कर दिया जाए, rub करना means minus, I'm left with this, और ये complete angle किसके equal हो जाएगा? Equal to angle PQR, alternate interior angles. So in this way we need to find out this angle and this angle, and by subtracting these two angles we'll be having the desired angle, that is angle QRS. So let us solve it. Let us first write down the construction as, so we'll write construction. Construction means that part which we are making by our own. So draw a line LM parallel to PQ as well as parallel to ST, because these two lines are given parallel, so if it will be parallel to one line, automatically it will get parallel to the another line. Now let us do the solution. So in solution we'll have, first of all, let us use angle this and this co-interior angles. So angle STR plus angle SRM is equal to, let us take them as capital L and capital M. Here also let us change it, capital LM. So M is equal to 180 degree. We'll write the reason co-interior angles. Co-interior angles like this. Now ST, this angle is TSR. This angle is TSR. It is given to us 130 degree plus angle SRM we need to find out is equal to 180 degrees. So from here we'll get angle SRM as 180 degree minus 130 degree, that is 50 degree, right? So this is the first part. We've got this angle. Now let us find out angle QRM, which is equal to angle PQR. Angle QRM, this complete angle is equal to angle PQR. PQR, because PQ line is parallel to RM. PQ is parallel to RM line and alternate interior angles. So PQR angle given to us as 110 degree. So from here we'll get QRM angle as 110. Now if we'll subtract this smaller angle from this, we'll be having this angle QRS. So angle QRS is equal to angle QRM minus angle SRM. So just put the values. This will be 110 degree minus 50 degree. From here we'll get this angle as 60 degree. So we have used first of all construction part, then by using two properties of parallel lines, one is co-interior angles, we'll get this angle, and using alternate interior angles we'll get this, and by subtracting these two angles we'll get the desired angle, that is angle QRS. So I hope the question is clear to you. Now let's do question number 5. Now dear students, question number 5. In figure 6.32, this figure, if AB line is parallel to CD, angle APQ is 50 degree and angle PRD is 127 degree, find out angle X and Y. So what is given to us? We have been given this angle APQ 50 degree, PRD is 127, and we have to find out X angle and Y angle. So now because AB and CD are the two lines and it is given to us they are parallel to each other. So the line PQ is a transversal to this line, and line PR is also transversal because these two lines are intersecting the two parallel lines. So from here we can conclude that, see, if this is a transversal and this complete angle, if I'll join these two angles, this angle is touching a parallel line and this angle is also touching a parallel line and same transversal. See, the same transversal they are touching. That means on left side, right side, these two are alternate interior angles. So this whole angle will be 127 degree. ये पूरा कितना आ जाएगा alternate interior angle 127 degree. तो बेटा इस पूरे एंगल से if I'll rub this given part, see, if I'll rub this given angle, I'll left with angle Y only. So this is, in this way you'll get the Y angle. Now let us focus on angle X. This angle X is formed by this transversal PQ and parallel line CD. And if we'll see the same transversal on the left hand side, this angle 50 is given to us. That means this is on left hand side, this is on right hand side. These two are alternate interior angles. So from here we'll get angle X as 50 degree, alternate interior angles. So here also we are using alternate property, here also we are using alternate property. So now let us solve it. So in the solution, first of all, let us use this angle. Angle X is equal to angle PAPQ. APQ. What is the reason? Alternate interior angles. So from here you will get angle X as 50 degree. Now as AB and CD, AB is parallel to CD and PR is transversal, PR is transversal, therefore angle APR, ये दोनों को ऐड करें तो APR, angle APR must be equal to angle PRD, and this is given to us as 127 degree. So angle APR from here will be 127 degree. Now to get Y angle, now this complete angle is 127 degree. So if I'll subtract 50 from here, if I'll subtract this, I'll get Y. So Y is equal to angle Y is equal to angle APR minus this 50 degree angle, that is APQ. APQ. So this is 127 degree from here and this is 50 degree given to us. So we'll get this angle as 77 degree. So in this way you will get both the angles. Now dear students, question number 6 in figure 6.33. PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. This is given to us. This mirror and this mirror both are parallel to each other. An incident ray AB, this is incident ray, strikes the mirror PQ at B, and the reflected ray moves along the path BC, strikes the mirror RS at C, and again reflects back along CD. Prove that AB, this incident ray, and the last reflected ray CD, these two are parallel. So PQ, RS are the two mirrors given to us in the question. This design shows that these are the mirrors. Dear students, if these are the mirrors, then we can use the property of a mirror, that is the law of reflection. What is law of reflection? Let us recall that. Law of reflection says that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Means this is the incident ray, so this is incident angle, this is the reflected ray, this is reflected angle. From this law we'll having angle 1 is equal to 2. Similarly for this mirror, ये ray incident हो रही है, as you can see the direction, this is incident ray, so this is incident angle, and this is reflected ray, so this is reflected. From here by this law we'll be having angle 3 is equal to 4 also. Now if we'll prove that angle 1 plus 2 means this complete angle is equal to 3 plus 4, that is this complete angle, और ये दोनों alternate हैं, तो अगर ये दोनों angles को हम equal दिखा दें, ये complete angle और इस complete angle को, these are alternate interior angles, अगर ये equal हो जाएं the lines must be parallel. So हमारा target रहेगा इन दोनों का sum plus इन दोनों का sum equal दिखाना है, जिससे alternate angles equal हो जाएं. Now because law of reflection says angle of incident is equal to angle of reflection, so we'll be having angle 1 is equal to 2 and 3 is equal to 4. Now because this is the normal, you have read in physics that a normal is there. Normal वो line होती है जो mirror के perpendicular बनाई जाती है. तो अगर ये line normal है, this is normal n1 and this is normal n2, ये भी हमने perpendicular बनाया, तो अगर ये normals हैं तो ये दोनों आपस में क्या होंगे, पैरेलल होंगे. फ्रॉम देयर विल गेट एंगल 2 इज इक्वल टू 3, क्योंकि ये एंगल 2 नॉर्मल को टच कर रहा है, एंगल 3 नॉर्मल को, एंड दिस विल बी द ट्रांसवर्सल. सो फ्रॉम हियर ऑल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स 2 इज इक्वल टू 3 ऑल्सो. तो हमारे पास 3 टर्म्स आ जाएंगे. 1 इज इक्वल टू 2 फ्रॉम दिस लॉ, 2 इज इक्वल टू 3 ऑल्टरनेट इंटीरियर एंगल्स, 3 इज इक्वल टू 4 यूजिंग दिस लॉ. तो ये 3 इक्वेशंस आ जाएंगी. लेट अस सी फ्रॉम दिस व्हाट वी कैन डू. So first of all let us use this. This implies angle 1 is equal to 2 and angle 3 is equal to 4. By using this law, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So right now एंगल 2 इज इक्वल टू 3. पहले लिखेंगे एज n1 normal, n1 means this line is parallel to normal n2. This implies angle 2 is equal to angle 3, alternate interior angles, right? These two are alternate interior angles, parallel lines on left side, on right hand side, that's why these are alternate. Now let us multiply both sides by 2. Multiply both sides by 2. What is the reason behind this? Let us see. So multiply left hand side by 2, angle 2 को 2 से multiply कर दिया, and multiply right hand side, that is angle 3 by 2. अब 2 को we can write as 1 plus 1 we can write. तो अगर twice of angle 2 है, we can write it for 2 times. लिख सकते हैं angle 2 plus 2, and this one also can be written as angle 3 plus 3. Now let us mark this whole as equation 1. Now we will replace angle 2 using angle 1. तो एक angle 2 की जगह मैं 1 लिख दूँ because 1 and 2 are equal. So I'll replace this by 1 and दूसरे angle 2 को लिखेंगे as it is. Similarly we'll write one angle 3 as it is and another will be replaced by using angle 4 because these two are also equal, and we'll write the reason as using first equation. Now you can see 1 plus 2. We got 1 plus 2, and what is the combined name of 1 plus 2? ये मिलके बन जाता है angle ABC. So I can write it as angle ABC, and 3 plus 4 means this complete angle named as angle BCD. Angle BCD. और ये दोनों angles कैसे दिखाई दे रहे हैं हमें? This is on left hand side, this is on right hand side. This implies alternate interior angles are equal. हमने दिखा दिया alternate equal हैं. और ये alternate angles कौन से lines को touch कर रहे हैं? They are touching a line AB and CD. So we'll write this implies AB is parallel to CD. This is what we have to prove. So hence proved. So I hope it is clear to you. Very first of all, we have used law of reflection. We have used a law of reflection, that is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. From here we will get angle 1 is equal to 2 and 3 is equal to 4. And because these are the two normals, so alternate ये parallel होंगे, 2 is equal to 3. So multiplying 2 on both the sides, we can write the angle 2 twice and angle 3 twice. One angle 2 will be replaced by angle 1 and one angle 3 will be replaced by angle 4. So if I'll look into the figure, by looking into the figure I can see that angle 1 plus 2 is becoming angle ABC and 3 plus 4 becoming BCD. Both are alternating angles and we have shown them equal. That's why the lines must be parallel. So in this way you can solve this question. So I hope the questions are clear to you. Thank you.